In this video, I'm going to talk about variables, and I am starting with a random number that I picked from weeks 5 variables. So in this equation, I got 2 times 4x plus 5y. In order to solve this equation, I start with 2 and I multiply it by 4x. That gives me 8x. And then I have to multiply again, which I multiply 2 times 5y, which gives me 10y. So altogether, my equation becomes 8x plus 10y. For the second question, I'm going to explain how I got the numbers for this equation. This is the pattern we follow. You choose a number, you multiply it by 6, you add 12, you divide it by 2, you subtract 6, and then the sum of all of that, you divide it by 3. So the first number I started with was 2. So I multiplied 2 times 6, which gave me 12. Then I added 12 plus 12, which gave me 24. From there, I divided 2 from 24 and got 12. Then I subtracted 6 and got 6. And then I divided the rest by 3, and my answer was the same as the number that I started with, 2. For my next number, I did 10. So I multiplied 10 times 6, which gave me 60. Then I added 60 to 12, which gave me 72. Then I divided 72 divided by 2, which gave me 36. Then I subtracted 36 and 6 and got 30. Then I divided 30 by 3, and once again my end result was the same number that I started with, being 10. And then for my next number, I chose 4. I multiplied 4 times 6 and got 24. From there, I added 12 and got 36. Then I divided 2 divided by 36 and got 18. Then I subtracted 6 from 18, I got 12, and then I divided 12 divided by 3, and my final answer was 4, which again was the same number I started with. This puzzle works because the end result is the same as the number that I started with. Each one of the chosen numbers can be evenly multiplied, added to 12, divided by 2, subtracted by 6, and subtracted by 6, and then divided by 3, and the end result will always be the same as the beginning. That's why this puzzle works. And it relates to the number I chose because the end result is the same as the number I started with. For the algebra problem, I started with x times 6, and then from there I got 6x plus 12, which would give me 18x, and then 18x divided by 2 gives me 9, 9x divided by 6 gives me 3x, and then I divided the whole thing by 3, and then I got to the number 1, which was technically the same number that I started with because x is the same as 1x. So this all was related to the numbers because it's the same number that I started with, and then from there, after doing the whole problem, I got the same outcome. And this makes the number special because, once again, it's the same number that I started with being the same number as the outcome.